Bro.
Yeah. Well, guys, we finishing up a hunt this morning here at our new lease. Hope you guys enjoyed part one. Here in part two, you're going to get to see a little bit about what some restraint and holding off and not shooting young deer will do. We'll pop up a picture of Hollywood from this year. And I'm going to let Brandon tell you about the encounter that almost went down with Textbook.
Yes, the last day, you'll see Mr. Warren in the tree stand. And Jaden started getting some pictures pretty regular during daylight hours of Textbook. Around that time, but we decided to split up. Mr. Warren went down there with me where I'd been seeing all those deer in Hollywood and everything you're watching now. And we actually, I say we, Mr. Warren actually caught a glimpse of Textbook at about probably 75 or 80 yards that morning. So he did come through and he did show his face. But all the rest of the herd was kind of already headed up his direction, so he just hung out and didn't move like an old mature smart buck does. Overall, it was a super cool weekend. Seen a lot of deer every time I set. Some restraint was I pulled up the brakes on it either way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I pulled up the brakes, and it's good to see what Hollywood looks like this year, because he's definitely done some growing. He's just now 3.5 this year, so I can't wait to see what he looks like.
Yep.
Next year. 4.5 and 5.5. So.
Yep. And Jaden does a good job of letting these deer grow and leaving them alone and keeping them happy and feeling safe. So
Fat and happy.
Yep. Hope y'all enjoy part two.
Alright, day 2 morning. I'm getting ready to peel out again. Brett and them's already left, headed over to another piece of property. So, but anyhow, we seen several deer yesterday. We ended up seeing a pretty decent little 2-year-old. Yesterday morning, Tex was at the camera about 10 minutes after shooting light. So we're gonna go down and get everything set up. Y'all stick around. Today may be the day. I doubt it, but it may. What a morning. It's about a smooth 30 degrees. My hands have been outside and either on plastic or on metal all morning long. I watched these deer for about an hour. This old boy right here was shook up yesterday evening and this morning for a bunch of daggum toes. Very difficult for me not to shoot something when I have a decent chance. But it's easy. It's easy in a place where you know you're gonna see deer a lot. It's easy to hold off. Don't disturb the area and wait for something good. I know as you grow older, you get more patience, more responsibility, and you appreciate the things of this life a lot different. Anyways, I am having a ball. I've never had the opportunity to hunt at a place like this. So I'm so thankful that Jaden is such a humble guy, because here's the thing. He's the one that's put in all the work. You know, he's planted the green fields and he's put in all the effort and time. And I'm not talking about just this year, I'm talking about for 5 or 6 years he's been managing these properties and doing, pardon my language, but I don't know no better way to put it, he's doing a hell of a job. Jaden and his wife Sam have been very gracious to let us stay in their carport. They've got a room inside their carport. So, JJ, from me to you, buddy, I appreciate the hospitality and the unselfishness. I sincerely do. I appreciate it. And that's why I'm respecting your land. Day 2, afternoon, sneaking back in here again. Been seeing a bunch of deer, a couple of small bucks. Bluebird day, no wind. Tex was in the field last night at 7 o'clock. I need him to be here about 5 o'clock. We can wheeze down here and get set up, see what the evening holds. was called. With textbook this morning, the normal pack of deer came in from this direction. Textbook was on the other side of this bottom. He just sat over there and waited, pretty much, for all of the deer to come to him. Mr. Warren sitting down here in this ladder stand. I didn't see him, and I didn't get him on camera either. But Mr. Warren got a good look at him, and he started chasing some does, and ended up going the other direction. So we're gonna get the whole story from Mr. Warren when we get down. Too close for it not to work out.
Buck that came through here, him and one of them bigger does run right below him there and turned and went right up that ridge. And he stood there. I thought, well, he's just gonna stand there.
Told me what?
And when he turned around, them antlers come out. Good grief.
That's what we've been looking for.
And he turned and he just slow walked. I thought, he's going to the road. But his rack was way out past his ear. Takes big deer, 19, 20 inches.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there close.
Yeah,
And he was real symmetrical. It was just like
I see him. That's why they call him textbook.
Shortly after this hunt, Jaden was able to harvest this mature buck that we call Textbook. Unfortunately, we were not able to capture it on film. Congratulations, Jaden, and thank you for letting us tag along.
Harmony Game Calls, custom handmade game calls. You can find us on social media at Harmony Game Calls, or find us on the web at www.harmonygamecalls.com.